Hello, this is Brian Rowe with Mythic MTG Tech, number 83 on what I believe is take number 83 of this video. Today I'm talking about the new Commander decks, and apparently everybody gets a Soul Ring. We saw these in the original Commander decks. They're a fan favorite. They're going back and printing more Soul Rings. Super happy to see more Soul Rings. They're going to drop down to about $3-4. I'm going to pick them all up and have them available for trade, and hopefully be able to trade them off before they print more Soul Rings next year. There are some wonderful reprints in here. A lot of reprints are not on the super competitive side, but much more on the casual side. Whether it's Shroom, who, yes, he's competitive and a little bit of combo bait, but is also a casual favorite, or Divinity of the Pride, or Wall of Reverence, both of which have nice life gain abilities and are solid cards, but much more popular with the casual Commander players than they are with the competitive Legacy players. Mirror Battlesphere and Soul Manipulation are other nice, wonderful cards for EDH that I strongly recommend checking out as reprints. Some of the reprints have new artwork. I'm super excited about this new artwork. As much as I love the original Rabina Soul Singer artwork, I really like the new artwork, and what I like most is the updated text, especially pointing out that she's a fairy. Lots of older cards got additions a few years ago to add the particular creature type, and a lot of players don't realize that they have those creature types. She is great for creating a build-around fairy EDH deck. There's also some wonderful reprints from the casual favorites of Decree of Pain and Avenger of Zendikar to the extremely competitive cards of Goblin Sharpshooter and Baleful Strix. Baleful is an amazing legacy competitive card. Great blocker. I've even used this guy to block Emrakul before and still win the game. I love him. Super happy to see him back again. There's also something I didn't expect, which is a significant number of Portal 3 Kingdom reprints. Raise your hand if you know what Portal 3 Kingdom is. My guess is about 1 in 20 people raise their hand there. Almost nobody knows what this is because the print run was super low and the cards are super expensive. Honestly, most of the cards aren't even that amazing. They have some really nice flavor to them, but there's better versions that you can find for 50 cents to $1. For example, Spoils of Victory, which is in this set, retailed for about $20 before it was announced as a reprint. Both Recross the Paths and Cultivate are significantly better 99% of the time. Another example here is The Physician, who was $70 last week and extremely difficult to get. He'll be $5 next week and super easy to find pretty much anywhere. The one exception for a card that's going to drop way down and then may go back up is Strategic Planning from Portal 3 Kingdoms. The question is this playable in Legacy and Reanimator? Honestly, if this was an instant, I would play this in a heartbeat. The fact, though, that it is a sorcery, it makes it a little bit rough to play. I'm going to give it a try, and I'm definitely going to be watching the price. If I can pick these up for $1 or $2, I definitely will, considering they were $30 to $60 a few weeks ago. What excites me the most, though, is the new cards. Unexpectedly Absent looks like a wonderful Swords to Plowshare alternative that if your opponent is playing fetch lands will actually shuffle a permanent away, including your opponent's planeswalkers. Toxic Deluge is a board wipe that stops them from regenerating and costs 1 less than most board wipes do. And True Name Nemesis is the Merfolk player's attempt to become a Tier 1 Legacy deck. Great card, can't be killed by Abrupt Decay, damage is reduced to 0, can't be blocked. If this card can't make Fish one of the best decks in Legacy, then people should give up playing Fish. New mechanics I really like. Tempting Offer, super casual, not for competitive players. It gives your opponent the option to cash in to give you more bonus yourself. If your deck is designed to take advantage of these things, almost everyone will use something like Tempt with Discovery that's going to get them lands, and it's going to get you a lot more lands. Prey on your opponent's greed. Take advantage of these cards. Have fun. I'm going to take a few seconds and look at each of the different Commander decks. Nature of the Beast is a really nice one if you want to play giant, stompy creatures and beat your opponents down with them. Fires of Yavimaya is one of my favorite cards in this. There's 2 new commanders. One I'm not that amazed with, but the other, Martha, Wild of the Wild, is incredible. Great mechanic, 0-day Oracle text on it so that you can't get infinite little creatures off of it, but It really works well in a token-based deck and has a really nice casting cost at only 3. I love this guy. Mind Seize is the most popular in the internet community, mostly because of the cards that are in it that we already know are going to be good, like the Nemesis and Baleful Strix. But Illusionist Gambit looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and Tempt with Reflections makes copies of creatures. What's better than copies of creatures? More copies of creatures. Doesn't everybody love Rite of Replication? Baleful Force here is also another really nicely designed card. Yes, he's not the best reanimation target if you've got access to Gentaxias, but in a mono black reanimator or in a Horde of Notions, he's incredible. Both of the new commanders here also are a lot of fun, although neither of them look overly powerful to me. Power hungry. This is an incredible deck. I really like the theme behind it. Lots of creatures, lots of ways that you can sacrifice them, ways to get extra tokens, has some control and some aggro aspects. This is what Jund should be, not just a grindy deck that people occasionally play in Modern to bore you to death, but a powerful synergy between creatures and sacrifice and control. We've got evasive maneuvers here, much more of a Bant control deck. This is where Unexpectedly Absent comes in, have the ability to deal with people's graveyards, and has Stonecloaker, which is one of my absolute favorite cards. Also, Opal Palace, which is an interesting new version of the Command Tower, although Command Tower is still in these decks, because it puts +1/+1 counters on your commander also, which works extremely well with a commander designed for that particular ability. Eternal Bargain, probably my least favorite of them that's spoiled at this point, although I really like Toxic Deluge. I'm not a fan of the curses. The curses really single someone out and make you a target for putting that curse out. I do like the new commanders that are here. They have some nice flavor and some good abilities, but they also will make you a target. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain 2 life. That's great. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 1 if you do draw a card and each opponent loses a life. You were good until each opponent lost a life. At the beginning of your upkeep, if he's in the command zone, you gain 2 life. That's another great ability. That incremental pinging people every turn is going to make you a target. Although I do like the temp that's in here. The reanimation, if your deck reanimates better stuff, that is always going to be good for you. Now we're on to which decks I recommend buying. The best value deck is clearly Mind Seize. Baleful Strix, $20. True Name Nemesis, $20. Strategic Planning was 30 or 40 last week, maybe 5 this week, could be 10 or 20 next week. Just off of these cards, the value is incredible. This thing is already retailing some places for 40 or 50. Definitely pick it up at retail. It's a solid deck with an incredible value. The best to play, though, is going to be the Jund deck. It has a really nice synergy between the types of creatures that you're sacrificing, the sack outlets that are there. It's going to be a lot of fun, control and aggro all in one. I can't wait to play some Commander. Thanks, this has been Brian Rowe with Mythic MTG Tech, looking at the 2013 Commander decks. I'm so excited.